Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. Filming this in my storage unit today. What I usually do on this channel is I show off 4 books from random and I end on a key issue. I went to my local comic book shop yesterday though, and I picked up a ton of stuff. I hadn't been there in about 3 weeks, and yeah, there was lots to get through. So what I've done is I've gone through the books, I've put them in the order of which I want to read them in, and well, actually, I think I have. I'll explain on the way. The first one I want to show off is Action Comics 1066. It's the penultimate issue for the House of Brainiac story, which has been fantastic. So what I'm doing is the first few books, I'm categorizing them in terms of events. And this was a small event, and it was a lot of fun, which it was just what I was looking for. So yeah, there we go. There's Action Comics, and we have Superman issue 16, the finale of the House of Brainiac story. I will be reading these two tonight, straight away, because yeah, I had so much fun with this. If you can get this in trade form, which I'm sure you'll be able to soon, I highly recommend it. I will mention I didn't pick up the Power Girl tie-in. It just wasn't in my order. So yeah, there we go. The next one we have is actually, yeah, okay. So we have Absolute Power Ground Zero, and I don't know a whole lot about this other than that it involves Amanda Waller, which is a bit of a letdown because she is a bit of a dud character. But yeah, as I said, I don't know what to expect. I've ordered a few of the tie-ins, so I'm just hoping to have some fun with this. So we will see. And yeah, also if Aquaman's in it, then even better. That we have Absolute Power issue 1, which is a wraparound cover. I'll show you here. There we go. And oh yeah, I can see Aquaman's in this. So yeah, looking pretty good. Let's see. Dan Mora has done the artwork for this. Look, I might just actually show off Dan Mora's version of Aquaman right there. And if we can get Dan Mora on an Aquaman series, I just me, I'd be very happy. The next one we have is Green Lantern issue 13, part of the Absolute Power storyline. I think this series works best when Jeremy Adams is just left to his own stories, because I think the inclusions into these mega events kind of hamper the story. But it is still a fun read. I'm still enjoying it, so it gets my tick of approval. Another book that gets my tick of approval is Green Arrow. So this is issue 13, also a part of the the Absolute Power storyline. And what I just said about Green Lantern carries over into Green Arrow. Joshua Williamson, he should be doing his own thing with this because it feels like it's its own separate beast. And then to kind of include it into the storyline, it feels like jammed in, which is unfortunate because, yeah, Green Arrow has been a fun read. I've really enjoyed it. But maybe I'm a bit biased because I have his entire 90s run and 2000 run and a lot of runs for Green Arrow. I'm a Green Arrow fan. Okay, so now we're on to Blood Hunt. And actually, I don't know why I put the. Oh, that's right. So I got the checklist that you can find at the back of these books, and I put these in reading order based on when I stopped reading. So we've got Dracula Blood Hunt issue 2. The action in this is pretty good. In the first issue, it was pretty good, but the characterization, I could take it or leave it. Now, this book has been a highlight. Oh boy, the first issue. So Union Jack the Ripper, Blood Hunt, issue 2. Kev Walker's artwork is like a action-packed Mike Mignola. That's the only way I can describe it. It is perfect for this type of story, and the fact that more channels aren't jumping on this and saying get this book is a detriment to the industry because Kev Walker is just kicking a whole lot of goals with this. And the story itself, it's a small story set in Manchester, and it's perfect. Yeah, I highly recommend the first issue, and I cannot wait to read the second issue. The next one we have is Doctor Strange issue 16. I just love this cover. I love how Doctor Strange now looks like a vampire and he's jumping down on Wong. Um, yeah, I won't go too much into this because I have a lot of books to get through, but this series has been hit or miss. Another series that's hit or miss is Vengeance of the Moon Knight, and this is issue 6. Yeah, I, yeah, it just seems to be meandering, so which is unfortunate. But hopefully, I live in hope that Marvel will do something interesting with Moon Knight in the coming months. Next up, we have Black Panther Blood Hunt issue 2. The artwork in this is popping. It's fantastic. The storyline, though, gets dragged down a little bit, but I did enjoy the first issue. But, when you have 60 issues for Blood Hunt to read, it just goes, you read the next one, read the next one, read the next one, and you kind of forget the highlights, which is unfortunate. This series, Midnight Suns, issue 2, bit let down that we don't have Hannibal King or Frank Drake in this series. This would have been a perfect storyline to bring them back, especially Frank Drake. But yeah, I don't know. Anyhow, it is what it is. Next up, we have Blood Hunt issue 4, the main comic for the series. Yeah. Because I can only get into my comic book shop every now and then, the story kind of gets lost a little bit, so I have to play a bit of catch up. So I'm looking forward to catching up with that. The next issue, though, Wolverine Blood Hunt issue 2. This was a fun read. So the first issue was great. It was it wasn't a short story. It was a small story about Wolverine fighting vampires, and it was just done perfectly. Tom Waltz, he's waltzed right in to Marvel, and he goes, "This is how you do it." And I hope he gets more work on Marvel characters, particularly Wolverine. Okay, so we have Black Panther issue 3. Again, I'll fall back to the issue 2. Great story, really great artwork. So I'm looking forward to reading this. Now, this is a series I have enjoyed. Blood Hunters. So this is issue 3, and it's an anthology series. And the good thing about an anthology series is that if one of the stories sucks, or two of the stories sucks, you'll have one story which will be tip-top. And I found that to be the case with this, especially in the first issue. There was a Hawkeye story which was just a bond. But the Cloak and Dagger story, or the Dagger story especially, has been a highlight for me. Another highlight is Werewolf by Night. So this is Werewolf by Night Blood Hunt one shot. I don't know why he's white. I guess I have to read the book to find out. But I just also found out that we're having a new Werewolf by Night series coming out. So that will be a bit of fun because I will be putting that down on my order. Okay, the last of the Blood Hunts. Doctor Strange, issue 17, with a really weird cover. It looks like a bit of an exorcism, but I don't know because I have not read this yet. I only bought them last night, and I'm going through them this morning. Now, this issue is for my son. It's Looney Tunes, issue 279. The Olympics aren't that far away, and this is obviously a nod to the Olympics. But yeah, again, my oldest son reads Looney Tunes comics. He still loves them, and yeah, every time he gets them, because they come out every second month, he's like, ooh, and yeah, I'm happy to buy them for him because whenever you have someone who is invested in comic books, you have to kind of nurture that love, and I don't want to see that go. So what I have for you next, I'll bring it up. It's still a whole lot, but they're just books that are on my standing order. So we have Daredevil issue 10, another John Romita Jr. cover, and this series, the storyline's called Introductory Rites, and this is the 10th volume of that story. I don't see where it's ending. It just seems to be going on and on and on. Yeah. But that being said, the artwork is not the artwork is nice. The story is good, so I will continue to read it. Now, we have Annihilation 2099, featuring Nova 2099. Now, in this pile, I got a comic for free because there was some damage to it. The book that was damaged was not. This book, though, was damaged. Um, the whole, it's not connected at all to the staple. It's not even in the middle. It just came straight out. So I got a comic for free, and it wasn't this one, but technically it is. So yeah, there we go. Venom Separation Anxiety issue 2. Now I had kind of forgotten that this was happening. I read so many books that this kind of got put by the wayside. I will mention though, the Sandoval artwork works really well for Venom. Yeah, I remember seeing this on my standing order and just saying, yeah, let's go. So there we go. Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 issue 4, the penultimate issue. I think it's the penultimate. Yes, it says to be concluded with issue 5. I'm a bit disappointed with this because Ravage isn't in it. That's the only thing I'm disappointed with. It's a good read. It's a fun read. Goes in a place I wasn't really expecting, but yeah, I'm glad I'm getting it. And we have Doom in it. Where is he? Where's my finger? There. Doom 2099. He appeared in the last issue, and he's obviously in this issue. Now, another penultimate issue, Sensational She-Hulk, issue 9. It says to be concluded, and I've heard in the trades that this story is ending. The series is ending. It's a bit unfortunate because I've enjoyed Rainbow Rowell on this series and the previous series. I enjoyed that Rainbow brought something different to She-Hulk. It wasn't just a humor comic. It wasn't a superhero comic book. It was all that, and it was a romance book. Primarily, it was a romance book between her and Jack of Hearts, and it was just I found it a kind of breath of fresh air. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I was one of the ones who did and does. Now, Nightwing issue 115, part of the Fallen Grayson storyline. I've jumped on this because I want to see how Tom Taylor ends his run on Nightwing. I've picked up issues here and there. Now, while I was at the comic book shop yesterday, Tom Taylor was actually there. He was there buying some trades because there's a convention on this weekend, and he's a local guy, but I think he has to come into the city to stay and do this convention. So I was lucky enough to have a chat with him, but I'm still really sick. Got a cold, runny nose, all that kind of stuff. And he went to shake my hand. I'd met him once or twice. He went to shake my hand, and I said, Tom, thank you very much. We did the elbow bump. I said, I don't want to get you sick. He was really appreciative of that. But yeah, just a really nice guy. I wish him all the best post Nightwing. I'll be interested to see what he does. Now, Grommets issue 2. The first issue was great. Oh, it was nostalgic. It was very, very cool. It reminded me of when I was a teenager and my mates would be skaters. I could not skate to save myself, but we'd go into the city and they'd be on their skateboards just doing tricks and whatnot, and I would be sitting there having a drink, watching the people, and just not really having a care in the world. So this was a book that was just for me. It feels like it's just for me. The next issue is Shazam issue 13 with Jodie Campbell. I always forget, is it Jodie Campbell or Josie Campbell? Josie Campbell. This has been a lot of fun since Mark Waid left. He brought a lot of humor to the book, but Josie is doing something here which is not very different, but it's a change of direction, and I think it was needed. I'm very keen to keep reading this, and I hope it continues for a long while because it's quite interesting what is happening with Billy Batson, just as a person, and his his family life. I'll just say that much. Okay, we have, excuse me, we have Batman Superman World's Finest issue 28. Mark Waid, Dan Mora. Not much more to say. It's just a lot of fun. As you can tell, my voice is starting to go, but I've got only a few more books to go, so we'll power on through. The next issue is Sam and Twitch Case Files issue 4. I think this would work best as a trade because it's a murder mystery, and then it just gets confounded each issue. It's a great read. It's told very, very well, and it's a really nice looking book. Like it's hardcover, it's glossy papers, and it's $2.99. Image have been able to find a way to do it for $2.99. So I saw that this was a series I was always going to get, and when I saw the price, I was like, let's go. That's just great. Now I saw this on the shelf, Action Comics 1067, the first story by Gail Simone on Action Comics. I have pre-ordered I think either the next issue or the issue after that, but I saw this, and this cover really intrigues me. So I thought, let's have a go. Let's test the waters. We'll see how Gail handles Action Comics. So that should be an interesting read. Next one we have is Gacha Man issue 1 by Mad Cave with Chris Batista on art duties. I follow Chris on Facebook, and he is hankering for this series. He this is a highlight of his career, it seems. He just loves the source material, and I'm not overly familiar with them. In a previous video, I showed off a Battle of the Planets comic. So I'm just kind of putting my toe in the water for this, but we will see. We have Outsiders issue 9. It's the third last issue. I heard that this is ending with issue 11. It's a bit disappointing because I've just jumped on because Ginny Hicks was in the previous issue, and it was a great read. So yeah, I thought I'd get this on my standing order, and as soon as I did, it was announced. That's it. It's done. It's unfortunate. Next up, we have Justice Society of America issue 10. This just feels like a Porsche that has engine trouble. You know, you start the engine and it clicks over, and then boom, 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 it stops. You do it again and again, and it's just, you know, let's get going here. Like, you got a really great format, and you just tell the story really well, but the delays are just killing the momentum. But I will continue to read it because it's Jeff Johns and it's the JSA. So I only have a few more to go. We have issue 3 of Ghost Rider Final Vengeance. Boy, this feels like editorial coming down on Ben Percy saying, we need the Hood to be the Ghost Rider. It makes no bloody sense. I just want it to be over. I want Danny Ketch. I want Johnny Blaze. These are my Ghost Riders. Don't fool anyone with the Hood. It's simply not going to work. It's a silly idea. Yeah, let's do something about it. But again, I will continue to read because it's Ghost Rider. We have Flash issue 10, and this has really this series has really been helped by a change in artists. So we had Mike Deodato Jr., who just was not working well on this series because his artwork is no longer linear. We have Ramon Perez, whose artwork is linear. It jumps off the page. It's action-packed, and we just needed a little bit of fresh air in order to tell a more cohesive story because it was a mess. So I don't know what the hell Cy Sperry was doing with this, but no issues were making any sense, and it felt like a kick in the guts every time you bought it and read it, which was unfortunate because it is The Flash. It's meant to be one of the highlight books for DC. So I've got a few more to go. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures issue 14. I've gone on record in my previous videos about this series. Not much more else I can say. It's just fun. If you're a Turtles fan, pick it up. Now, Actually, I'll show you this one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Black, White, and Green, issue 2. I went in with high expectations for the first issue, and I was kind of let down. The artwork was nice, but the stories were kind of childish and kind of boring. There was one that was, it was just like, what is this? But I did order the series, so I guess I will read this, and fingers crossed, there's some fun stuff in there. So 3 more to go. We have here Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime. Now, I have been trying to find Uncle Scrooge's first appearance, and if I want to pay $600 US, I can get it, or I can just buy this, and there's a reprint of it halfway through. So I will go straight to that, just the cover. So if you are at a if you happen to find this this cover in your travels, pick it up. This is the cover for the first appearance of Uncle Scrooge. As soon as I saw this, because I was flicking through it earlier this morning, I saw this cover and I got really excited because I didn't realize there was a reprint in here. So I'm going to read this, and I think I might even start with the reprint story first. I'm very excited. Talk about reprints. This was the book that I got for free. Ghost Rider, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, issue 1. And I got this because supposedly the back cover was damaged, but the back cover is not damaged. It's in perfect condition. There's a little bit of waviness. My wife and I were looking at it, like if you look at it in the light, there's a little bit of waviness here, but not enough to justify a free comic book. But that being said, I'm very appreciative of my local comic book shop for being so nice. Every time I go in, they're super nice. I'll end real quick on the red band cover for Blood Hunt issue 4. I haven't opened these up. I don't think I will open them up. I think they'll stay in their poly bag. That's the video for today. I can't believe my voice lasted that long. I've got one more to go, but I might take a little bit of a break before I film. So thank you for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. I'd really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.